This is the plaintiff, Nancy Moses Hill. She says she and her mother hired the defendant to sell some antiques, and the woman kept too much of their money and, quite frankly, is ripping them off. It's very upsetting to them, especially her 85-year-old mother, because these items were precious to her. Bottom line, the woman can't be allowed to get away with what she's attempting to do. That's why she's suing for $5,000, the amount their antiques are really worth. This is the defendant, Tracy Jordan. She says she sold the items in question in 60 days and paid the plaintiff the amount she was due in 60 to 90 days after that. In fact, everything is clearly written in the contract the plaintiff signed. The woman is the most annoying customer she's ever had. She refuses to listen to reason, and she's confident the judge will agree with her today because she owes the woman nothing. She's accused of keeping too much money.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Nancy Moses Hill.
Yes.
That's you. And Joyce Moses, that's your mom, and you have power of attorney for her today.
Right.
All right. You are suing Tracy Jordan. You've asked us not to mention the name of your company, but you're suing Tracy Jordan's company for $5,000 that you want returned to you because, according to you, they did not fulfill the contract. What's going on?
About last May 2015, I called Tracy Jordan's company, and we were planning a move, and we asked them to, my mom and I, so we asked them to come take a look. What she does is tag sales, and she takes your items also to her store, and she will attempt to sell them either by auction or consignment.
Okay. And when she came over in May, when did you move?
We didn't move yet.
Oh, okay.
But we gave her our items in June of last year.
Okay.
Which I have a complete list of.
Did you sign a contract in May?
I believe it was around June.
Okay,
June,
can I see the contract?
This is...
Okay. So in June, she comes. How many items were there?
I think there's about 20 on there.
20. All right. And clearly that you could live without because you continue to live there without them.
Yes.
Okay. So she takes 20 items, and what's the plan according to you?
Well, she writes down what they're worth and what she's going to try and sell them for. And she never explained her contract, not once. She never explained...
Okay, hold on. The contract is this paragraph?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
She never explained that if she has your items more than 60 days, she then gets 50% of everything she sells.
Okay, well, why does she have to explain it? It says here, any items not sold or picked up by the expiration of 60 days shall become the property of her. It says it right there.
I know, but she was in the house for 2 hours. She spoke to us about all the items, but never explained...
Did your mother read this?
We both read it afterwards.
If you read it, why does she have to repeat it? I don't get what you're saying. No one else has that privilege to have the defendant Venn diagram the sentence they read.
Okay.
I mean...
That's fine. I tried to contact her several times, probably around 20. I was told by people in her office she doesn't return phone calls, that she's too busy. She will email. I emailed her. I have copies of some
Hand me all of your emails to her and her responses.
This is what I have. Plus, I have pictures of most of the items that she took. These were all antiques, very expensive items.
Okay, so what goes wrong? So she picks up the stuff and then tell me what goes wrong.
Well, she picked it up in June. In July, I called there and I asked what's going on with the stuff. I was told that Tracy does not return phone calls. I asked for an itemized list of what was sold. I was told they don't really do that. I said, I'm only asking for a list on the contract. There's numbers next to everything. If you can just email me what was sold so I have an idea. I finally found out that a clock, which was like the most expensive item, was sold in July. It says on their contract they will pay you within 90 days.
The grandfather clock or
no.
No.
It's the
one that's on the desktop.
Yes, it was sold for $6,200. I was told I would be paid within 90 days. It was in November, which I have on the emails, never got a check. Texted them, emailed them. The check's on its way.
How much of the $6,200 are you supposed to get?
$5,000.
So when do you finally get that $5,000?
6 months later. from July of when it was
do you have
sold.
a copy of the check?
No, I don't.
Was it 6
but I'm
months
not-
later?
No.
When was it?
Within the guideline, I have the check.
Can I see the check?
Sure.
That's the issue. We were never told when the clock was sold, when it would be paid. We were told nothing. We never.
What's your custom on how you keep people apprised of what's going on?
We spoke to her over 50 times during the period of time that we were talking back and forth, emailing her.
She
But
never
what's your,
spoke to
what's
me
your
directly.
business practice of how you keep people informed? There's nothing in writing?
There is. It says that when we send them the payment for the check, all checks are cut 90 days from the date the items are paid for. It lists the statement of everything that was paid for. If they want any of their items back, on the top of the contract, it has an expiration date. So they're to tell us what things they'd like to have back. We pull them aside for them so they can pick them up before the
Okay, one of the things that
expiration
she
date.
paid for was a, quote, tag sale. What is a tag sale?
A tag sale is when somebody comes to your home and buys the items from the home and takes them out of the house. So she would remove everything from her home that she wants to take with her, and they leave everything else behind.
Yeah, but it's not her home. What do you mean when she moves out?
Before she moves out, after she moves out, and before she does the closing. We work for our customers right in that 2 or 3 day period.
Wow.
Yes, we go into their home, we evaluate, we sell, we organize the tag sale.
Right, but in this case, you had taken the things all
Correct, that's
out.
part of that contract. The tag sale will be the
Okay,
final
I'm sorry.
thing.
Stop.
Okay.
You go to her house one day, you pick up 20 items, correct?
27 items.
27 items. Those 27 items went where?
They went to auction, and they went to be reviewed to see if we could sell them at
Physically, where
consignment.
is, quote, auction?
We have a 6,000 square foot auction house and store in Garden City, New York.
Okay. And so they went to auction, and some stuff got sold.
We sold some at the July 1st auction, some at the July 8th auction, and some at the September auction.
Okay. Then those 27 items, did they stay at that auction site that whole time?
There's still, yes, everything stays there. Nothing moves.
Nothing moves from there. That is the site.
Correct.
All right.
So she would have all these things left.
So
in her
part
home.
of the tag sale is whatever it is that she didn't want to take with her to, where were you going?
North Carolina.
Are you still going?
Yes.
Oh, good for you. Where in North
Thank you.
Carolina?
Wilmington.
Whatever she wasn't taking to North Carolina, the rest of your service is for you to go ahead and go to their house and sell that, and they get how much?
And 100%.
100% of that.
Correct.
Okay. Now that never happened because you haven't moved and you guys
She
parted
refused-
ways.
she refused
What
to
went
do it.
wrong that caused? Okay. What went wrong according to
Okay.
you, and then I'll ask you in a moment.
All the time she says that she spoke to me 50 times. I never spoke to her. It was all emailing. It took forever to get her. My mom, who's 85 and has a heart condition, called her after like 3 months and begged her to call back. Absolutely begged her on the phone. Tracy, I liked you. I have a heart condition. Please call me. I want to know what's happening with my stuff. My mother's so upset about this she couldn't come. She never called her back. She then emailed me to tell me that we are the most annoying customers she's ever dealt with. She told me in the email, she will not run my tag sale. She's through with us. And we got our last check, and she's done with us. Now, my contention is, I have nothing against her contract, but if you see on the contract, it doesn't even say when she's selling some of these items. So how do I know when to pick up what wasn't sold?
Well,
Being
don't
that
you
I
have
could-
to pick up everything that's not sold by the 60 days after she takes
That's
them?
not what she said, because some of them aren't even being sold till
Can I
September.
just ask you a question? Could you just go pick them up?
I've been asking her to. I've been begging her
Never.
to pick up the
Okay,
stuff.
hold on. So you
Yes.
have no problem with her just picking up the rest of the stuff that you want her out?
I asked her to pick up everything. She came to the store. She picked up 2 things and left the other 9.
When did you ask her
Excuse
to
me.
pick up everything?
From August through October.
Never
October
did she ask me
24th,
to pick up
I have
anything.
the text.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay, on October 29th, I see her asking you, we expected you to come into the shop today. What happened? And your answer is, I'm coming tomorrow, needed van and help. What about payment?
She hadn't picked up her things. We asked her to come back and pick
So
up her
what were you
things.
coming to the place with a van for?
2 items. We called, and I said that there were 2 chests. They were on the pictures. My mom decided she wanted them back. Not everything, because why did we give her the things if it wasn't for her to sell? After all these months...
Well, maybe you want to pick everything up because the 60 days are passing.
No, it wasn't
That's right.
60. First of all, it was 90.
According to you, they're just calling too much?
No, I just kept reiterating the same contract over and over to them. She admits to me in the emails that in November was the first time she actually read the contract, and she didn't know that this is how it worked. I had explained when I first met the mom that if she didn't want me to do all of this, the price could be less if she wanted to pack up her own items and bring them to the store to be evaluated at an appointment. She wanted everything to be done for her. So we went to the house. It was myself, with the rest of my staff. We went through everything, every single item in the cabinet, all the china. We gave her evaluations on every vase. There weren't any antiques in the house. Everything that they have are decorative items to be sold at the most of what somebody is willing to be paid for them. I spent 3 months researching the items to them to try to sell them, and that's why it takes so long. Through the whole process, I kept saying to Nancy in the emails that she didn't seem very happy. She didn't like the way this was going. She would say, "Where's my money?" But it wasn't even time for her money to be sent to her. She didn't understand the contract or the process that was signed. The contract was signed by her mother. I met with her mother. I went over this with her mother. I did meet Nancy for a few moments the first day. She was in the shower when I first showed up.
Stop. Go ahead.
The first day that I went over to meet her mom, she was in the shower. I did meet with her. The second time I went over there with my staff, she was in her bedroom. There were a lot of things that the mom thought that were worth a lot of money.
Okay, but listen to me. You send an email. She sends an email to you talking about how you basically caused her mother's heart problem and that she's going to sue you.
Yes.
So I understand your frustration. Then you send an email back saying, "We are not a storage facility. If you wanted these pieces back, why didn't you take them? Everything is in writing for you. I've been over this with you 1,000 times. At this point, I can no longer help you." You do say to her, "I can no longer help you. Do whatever you think is necessary." It is you saying, I'm not going to, listen, you don't have to put up with whatever you feel is abuse. You can do that, but it costs something to do that. So it is not accurate to say they fired you. You fired them. Like you said, "You know what? I can't work like this." So there's a portion of, how much did she pay you? The 12?
She paid me $100 to go to her house.
Right, which is applied towards the other stuff.
Yeah, the fee was $2,500, so she pays $100. So then half is due. So $1,200. She paid $1,200.
So she's paid $1,300?
$1,300, correct.
Okay. They never paid anything else?
No. So there really isn't any need for me to continue to work.
I thought that so is it accurate that all you've paid is $1,300?
Yes, but can I speak? Because she's been speaking the whole time.
Yeah, tell me, this is what I need you to address.
Yes.
Because you are trying to get from her
my items back.
$1,200 for a tag sale.
Right.
Because you say, well, the tag sale didn't happen and that's what the deposit was for.
Exactly.
Understand that what a tag sale is the following. The fee quoted above includes hosting a tag sale, advertising costs, 1 dumpster, transportation costs, staffing, setup, cleaning, and clean-out services provided. All items sold at the tag sale, you get 100% for. Everything else that we're able to sell at a live auction is 80%, 20%, and anything. So, and then it's everything is the $2,500.
No, it's not.
So, I just read this. Okay, listen.
What you just
I understand.
read.
There's none so blind as she who will not see. I just read to you what is a tag sale.
If you read the contract.
Part of the tag sale includes going to your house at the end and getting rid of the rest of your stuff that's there with a dumpster, which I know didn't happen, and she quit on you. So I know that it's on them. But if you think that I'm going to order, as though this didn't cover also going to your house, with the staff, picking it up and selling it at the auction, when I just read to you the language where it does, then I can't help you.
Okay, please.
No, stop. Okay, here's where we are, okay? I want to know from you, of the 27 items, how many items were sold?
Oh, okay. 3 pages, I'm sorry.
So I can just count it up?
Yes, you'll see the checks. I believe that's everything that she was paid on.
So the 50-50 percentage comes in when?
When it's on the consignment. After it hasn't sold on auction, we put it on the floor to sell for her. And then it
And what happens at auction? It goes 80-20?
If it sells over $250, it's 80-20. When the item doesn't sell at auction, we start the clock again for her and put it on consignment.
Okay. So this is an accurate list of what has sold and of the amounts that she should have.
That's correct.
Okay. So anything else that she didn't get a check for is something that you have in your possession and she can pick up.
Some of those items have sold because they're sitting there selling after December 1st when she was supposed to come pick them up.
Right. And what? Finish that thought. What are you saying about it? Did she get a check or she didn't?
She didn't get a check.
Okay.
Her contract
What is
expired.
it that was sold after December? December what?
We extended her contract for her to pick everything up till December 1st. She was supposed to come August 11th.
Let me see the email where you tell her pick everything up.
Okay.
And they'll actually say, pick everything up, not, I was expecting you.
No, it says, please come and get. Then we finally say to her, you're supposed to pick everything up by August 11th. You haven't come. We're going to give you finally till December 1st to get everything out before it comes our property.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
Okay. This is all a fabrication. I wouldn't have sued her if she said I could pick up my stuff. I would have picked up my stuff.
So
this is expensive stuff.
When somebody came into the store to pick things up, we were prepared for them to take everything. They only took
Show me the emails, please. No more talking until I see those emails.
Okay, here's one.
That say what you said, not that say something close to it. That say what you said. Read it before you hand it to me.
Okay. As I mentioned in that same email and many times before, the account is expired, which means the consignment period has ended in any items.
No. That is not what you said it would say. I need you to find the one you said where you say, we've asked you several times. It's beforehand. It's not you going nanny boo-boo later.
Okay.
It's you beforehand saying you have until December 1st. I'm extending your contract. You still haven't picked it up. You were supposed to have picked it up. That's the stuff I want to see. The stuff you said I would see, that's what I want to see.
Okay.
Incidentally, I've looked over these documents, and what it appears you have sold since the December 1st is $1,572.50. Anything else, you've given them either 50-50 or 80-20 already, according to your records.
Your Honor, can I just
You're going to get this, so you're going to be able to dispute whatever it is you think hasn't been given.
It's fine, but I just want to say...
No, I need you to stop.
I didn't even get to speak.
I need you to stop. What part of that's unclear? You know what? Roll your eyes at me one more time. Do it.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So I'm going to ask you a quiz, okay? You can sell antiques one of three ways. Consignment, garage sale, or Craigslist. Which do you choose?
Craigslist.
Because?
I think you probably could get the most money directly.
So? Okay, what do you say?
Craigslist, because you know who you're selling it to.
Okay, sir, you're the...
Consignment.
Consignment, why?
Yes, sir, because, you know, your safety is assured and you're going to get a decent price for it. They're going to let you know whatever.
You're not going to get some psycho on Craigslist.
True that.
Got your point. Going into the courtroom.
Have a seat, ma'am. Have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat. Who are you to her?
Her daughter.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay. Okay, so this is an email on August 7th. I received your message, reviewed your account, a total of 9 items sold in your account, and payments are processed 90 days. And that's from your assistant.
Correct.
And then, can you please tell me what items sold? This is August 7th, and she responds the following, and she gives you the item numbers of them, 3, 4, 7, 9, 14. And that's an hour after, that's not even an hour after you asked.
That was 3 months after I asked.
This is August 7th. Come on up, please, to the podium. Then she authorizes you to reduce everything except the Victorian dressers. We will pick them up, and she picks them up.
Yes.
Okay, here's what I'm not seeing, what you said I would see, which is an email where after that you say, come pick everything up, I'll just give you everything back. And here's where the problem lies. The problem lies, and it's fine because I know what the solution is. The problem lies in the following. Things belong to you after 60 days unless you're acting like you're not enforcing that clause. There's a concept in the law that where you appear to be waiving a clause in the contract and you lull the other side into a false sense of security on it, you can't just all of a sudden pull the rug out under their feet. I find that these emails lull. Here's what the solution is to that. It's a very simple one. The only thing you sold after that date, it would be 50-50. You sold a total of $575. It was nothing. It wasn't nothing, but it was very little. Had I found an email where you were warned saying, listen, it's been more than 60 days, enough of this. I know I acted like the 60 days didn't matter when I told you you had more time, and I hoped you appreciate that I was giving you more time. But now I mean it. Now it's been 4 months. Take your stuff out. You got till December 5th. If I found that email, you wouldn't get a penny of that stuff.
But
but you're going to get a penny of that stuff because she can't find that email.
I know, and I know I have it.
Oh.
Because she's lying. And the reason...
Which I've now given... I can't give... I mean, you should know. You should be able to grab that email.
I understand.
Okay?
Yes.
You know, I'm going to give you 24 hours to find that email and the response to the email.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
If that happens, I will alter my case accordingly. Okay. But based on your inability to show me that email right now, I am going to enter an order that they are owed the 50% of that amount. So, of that figure, $157,250, which is the amount that you have received for the additional items sold that you have given them no check for, that would be 50% of that, correct?
Yes.
That's $786.25 that would be due them. And then of the $1,200, which they are suing to get back because according to her, the final part, the part that is an actual tag sale, did not occur. I agree with you that it is inappropriate to return all that money because there are portions of this that you did do, such as putting on the live auction, which is part of the contract called the tag sale agreement, picking up all the stuff with your staff, going through the administrative work of tagging and everything else that you did. I do believe that a portion of it was, of the $2,500 was earned. What portion? The $1,200. I think that you've earned half that fee, and I don't think you should return any of that
But
fee.
she got
But I do think that you have
50%
to pay them 50. I'm just going to keep talking. 50% of the amount that you have sold, and I'm also going to order you to allow them, and we'll arrange this to Officer McIntosh, for them to pick up anything other than what this document says has been sold.
Okay.
And I'm ordering, unless I see an email and a response to it that shows me that there was some warning, I am ordering 50% of whatever was sold after December 1st, $786.25. Verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, we have the plaintiffs first coming out into the hallway here. Okay, you collected some hundreds, a lot less than you sued for, and you went through a lot in there. What was
Well,
this?
the issue is that she lied. She never told us to pick up the stuff. She never told me there was a time limit. And I was with her every step of the way with this, not my mother. And she just lied about the whole process.
What about reading that contract more carefully?
No, I read the contract. My contention was not with the contract. It was with knowing when the items were sold, which she never told us. We could not contact her. She never spoke to my mother. My mother is 85. She begged her to call her.
All right, well, you'll get these things back now.
That's
that
the
haven't been
thing. That's
sold.
great.
And then what?
Then we're going to have a tag sale with another reputable company.
Okay. All right, head around this way, okay? And let's see what the defendant has to say here. Come on in here. What's your feeling on this outcome here?
I'm disappointed. I wish that she would have just read the contract so she knew what she was entering into.
Dealing with her was like what?
She was the worst customer I've ever worked with, over 4,200 customers.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, real simple. The defendant submitted the email proof the judge was asking for, and the defendant won the case. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.